Some glove action. People who got a 747, obviously, and recently I was actually watching on a YouTube it was Discovery about that was top 10 greatest bikes ever, and I have to say, really interesting. You know, it was some choices of this, especially the modern ones, were kind of off because, you know, time goes on, but still changes no fact. There were a few pretty interesting things, and I mean, you've got a point, because there was a CB750 1969. It's one of the best bikes ever built. I mean, yeah, it was revolutionary bike. I mean, probably someone before already made full piston bike, maybe even inline 4, but what I think is a revolution, and they even said it, was the construction, it was everything, it was the things that were supposed to be as super bikes, like MotoGP style bikes nowadays, and that suddenly came for the price of pretty much anything else, and its competitors were like Clive Bonneville, Royal Enfield, you know, the Harley Davidson and that stuff, you know. And yeah, it just interests me the difference between the vintage bike and obsolete, because I mean, all, as they said it in the documentary or whatever that was, it was so revolutionary, and pretty much most of the sport bikes nowadays are inline 4 simply for how compact the engine is and how much power it delivers. That's just awesome, you know. And even if you're not really like hardcore into bikes and you see somewhere this bike, you would say it's something kind of obsolete, you know, some 90s something bike. No, it's 60s. You know, it was really 20 years ahead. It set a new course for the whole motorcycle industry. Interesting thing is, then most of bikes were twins. You know, there was the Tri-4 V8 engine, I admit that. Moto Guzzi V8 would be still awesome if someone would do that nowadays. I mean, I don't mean like a horse boss kind of bike, but like, you know, small block V8, because now we have the technology. It would be really nice, but it's like, it's nothing like yeah, nowadays we actually do have a technology for that, and I like the V. You know, it's kind of gets something. It have a grunt. It got hard. Now, I'm not saying that inline 4s don't. They just perform. You know, it's just clinically performance. The sound makes actually a lot of that, and the V sound is just awesome. I was surprised when there were reviews on XJ6 or FZ6N or whatever it is called in the United States. And they said it's unbelievable how it pulls for an inline 4, how it pulls down low. And yeah, it's but still back to the what I had in mind was the old / vintage bike comparison, because or obsolete / vintage. Nowadays you can see 1969 or 70 something CB750 and think it's just kind of obsolete 80 something bike from nowadays, which are still riding. And there are still the Royal Enfields being produced in India, and actually my neighbor got one, and it looks like, I don't know how to say that, you know, it's not a chopper, because the chopper people have associated with the era of bad boys, you know, the Hells Angels 60s, you know, the Woodstock and stuff. And the point is, my point is then, if you have a chopper, it looks kind of nowadays. You know, even for someone who's not an enthusiast, it's impossible to tell knucklehead from 49 from nowadays something from some other company. You know, we don't have to be even Harley.